Just over a decade ago, in Rostov Oblast, a patrol from the Department of Private Security intercepted a blonde woman named Inessa Tavridieva in a shootout chase. Later, investigators would shock the country. She had formed a notorious Amazon gang. With her common law husband and daughter, Tavridieva eliminated former lovers, law enforcement officers, and even total strangers. Her confirmed record: 30 murders, countless thefts, and nearly 100 violent crimes. This is how Russia's fiercest female killer lived. Who she loved, how she fell into darkness, and how she dragged her own daughter into the bloodshed. Born in 1970 in Stavropol Krai, young Nessa was a performer, singing, dancing, acting in local theater productions. After school, she worked in her village library in Divnoye, later moving to archive duties at a local company. In clubs, she met Arzu Tavridiev, a cafe owner, her first husband, and she became a mother to her daughter Victoria. In 1997, 27-year-old Inessa began an affair with 18-year-old Roman Podkopayev, a medical student turned fake vodka seller. As her husband's business floundered and alcoholism took hold, Inessa fell trapped, too proud to divorce but desperate for escape. Roman offered a grim solution. I couldn't divorce. It was shameful. So I agreed, and the sin waited on me. That's where it began, in February 1998. Roman shot Arzu dead in his duty shack. Inessa visited him in intensive care, her faithful so-called wife, yet the mastermind behind it all. Arzu died 3 days later. Soon after, Roman moved into Inessa's home, building a fence neighbors dubbed the Great Wall of China. In 1999, Inessa gave birth to her second daughter, Anastasia, Roman's child. By the early 2000s, Roman tried to join the police but failed his physicals. This humiliation ignited a vendetta. In 2002, Inessa proposed they murder her ex, Traffic Inspector Vasily Yeltsin, because he had abandoned her. Roman fired 11 shots from a modified automatic pistol. Inessa fired one. He died on the spot. A year later, Inessa pointed Roman toward another target, her ex-lover, construction magnate Alexander Klochko. They ambushed him outside his home and didn't stop there. They butchered his 13-year-old daughter Lera, Inessa's goddaughter, and Lera's 14-year-old friend Tanya. From the house, they stole a DOS 34 double-barrel shotgun, a Saiga 410K carbine, ammunition, and gold jewelry. In mid-2003, the pair struck again in Lagani, Kalmykia, ambushing a stranger, masked in broad daylight. They gunned down Vladimir Lomakin using homemade silencers. From there, they began murdering random passersby. Over the next years, Inessa and Roman built a crime empire. Inessa recruited her daughter Victoria into the fold. She kept a crime diary, meticulously chronicling every murder. In the mid-2000s, more family members joined. Roman's sister Anastasia Sinelnik and her husband Sergei, a traffic cop who supplied weaponry, police intelligence, and safe houses. With walkie-talkies, they monitored patrols, avoiding capture. From 2008 to 2013, their crime spiraled. Victims shot, ravaged with knives, looted. Even underwear and tissues were taken. Inessa later admitted, we were driven by hatred and greed. We killed officers and civilians for profit. I lost count of how many I killed. She bragged that the only regret was not killing more opponents, especially the police. Their most infamous act, summer 2009, on M4 highway, they ambushed SOBR commander Dmitry Chudakov, his wife, and their 2 children. Both parents were executed. 11-year-old girl Veronica was stabbed 37 times. A knife was left at the scene with "To my favorite Amazon" etched on a blade. This horrifying brutality cemented the name Amazon Gang in Russian media. September 2013, Nessa and her crew broke into a house in Aksai, Rostov. They killed the owners, stole 3 bottles of champagne and some chicken legs. As they fled, officers from private security recognized them. The ensuing chase and firefight claimed the life of a police officer, and Roman Podkopayev, another officer, was wounded and Nessa injured. She and her gang were arrested on the spot. They faced charges of banditry, attempted murder of law enforcement, and multiple counts of homicide. The prosecution said Inessa was the undisputed leader. Inessa is now held in colony IK6 in Oryol Oblast, working in prison sewing workshop, making uniforms for police. She reportedly calm, uses exercise to manage stress, and has filed 24 successful appeals to reduce her sentence. For a time, she was held in solitary in Rostov's male pre-trial facility, labeled a prone to escape, and was the only woman there. After her appeals failed, she was transferred to a strict regime female colony in Shakhov, Oryol Oblast.